The Iowa State Cyclones, Coach Bill Fennelly, Ashley Joens, and Emily Ryan. We're going to start with an opening statement by Coach, and then we'll have questions for the student athletes. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Just really, really proud of our team. I told our team before the game, everyone talks about being special in March. Our team's been special since June, and they showed that tonight. Amazing effort against a really, really good team. So the kind of game that this tournament's about, really, really proud. And Ashley got her trophy before the game. They'll probably give her another one after the game. And I don't care what anyone says. We have the best leader, point guard, quarterback in the country in Emily Ryan. So that's why we're here first in the press conference.
All right, if you have a question, just raise your hand. We'll bring a mic over, state your name and affiliation. First row.
Actually, Tommy Birch from the Des Moines Register. Is games like these, moments like these, what you envisioned when you decided to come back?
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you get the chance to come back and play another year and get to play with this team and the coaches, it's really exciting, especially to play here in the Big 12 tournament. The Big 12 is a great conference, and every game's going to be tough. And Baylor gave us a really good run, and we were able to counter it, and it's fun to be in games like this.
Hey, Connor Ferguson from Cyclone Fanatic. It seemed in the third quarter when you guys needed a point, you went either got a point or got to the free throw line. How were you able to do that so effectively and do it every time you went down the floor to go for it?
Yeah, coaches were putting us in great positions to get good looks and put us in positions to succeed. So just doing what the coaches asked and then just taking the opportunities we were given. And it happened to be me a couple times, and I'm just glad I was able to do something to help the team.
Yeah, M.A. Vopel at ESPN.com. Ashley, can you talk about it looked like it was tough to score inside for a while there, and you guys obviously are known for being three-point shooters, but it was a really big part of your game tonight. Can you talk about that, especially those two late ones you hit?
Yeah, they really played tough defense, especially when you got in the lane, and we were able to knock down some big shots, which allowed the defense to spread out a little more and allowed us to go on a little bit of a run there.
We'll go to the front row.
Payne Blazevich from the Iowa State Daily. Coach, with about 4 minutes to go, you're dead set 63-63. How special is it knowing that you can rely on a player to come through in these critical moments in this postseason?
No, I was really proud of our team the last 4 minutes. Yeah, it's a tie game. We call timeout. The staff did a great job of just, hey, this is right where you want to be. Let's execute down the stretch. And like I said, when you have these two, you just feel comfortable that I'm not saying we're going to win the game, but we're going to make the right plays. And luckily we made them, and we probably defended better the last 4 minutes than we had the whole game. So we wish we could bottle that last 3:59, that's for sure. But amazing finish to the game.
And for either one of you guys, in a physical matchup like this, how do you find the strength in those last couple of minutes to put everything aside and close out this game?
Yeah, when you get into March, you just have to go out there and give it everything you have. If you lose, you're done, and so you can't really take anything for granted. You have to leave it all out on the court.
Do we have any other questions for our student athletes? Second row.
Ashley and Emily, could you guys both address this? It's a real different matchup with Oklahoma. You guys have had, they're very offensive-minded team. Can you talk a little bit about that matchup? You guys had two really good games against them during the regular season.
Yeah, we split with them during the regular season, but they're a really good offensive team. They want to run the ball, get a shot up quick, but we'll do some scout tomorrow and get ready to go.
And we have a question in the far back.
Can you hear me back here? Kobe Gaines with the WHO 13 in Des Moines. Ashley, what was it like just getting that recognition before the game?
Yeah, it was really special just to be able to receive this award, but to be able to receive it here with all of our fans and with my teammates, because I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them and without the coaches. They put me in a position to be successful, and I wouldn't have won the award without them.
All All right, if we don't have any other questions for Emily and Ashley, we'll let them head back to the locker room. Congratulations on the win. If you have a question for Coach, just raise your hand and we'll bring the mic over to you. Have one here in the front row.
Bill, can you kind of explain what that fourth quarter run was like where Ashley, buried a couple of threes and really kind of carried this game home for you guys?
Yeah, like we said in the timeout, tie game, they made two really good plays in a row on us. And I think we just, we stuck to what we were trying to do. We over-dribbled a couple times, but we were trying to invite the double team and then kick. And the floor opened up a couple times. Emily made a great decision. We got one in transition. Lex hits one at the end of the clock. But again, those are just shots that, when they go in, you get to play tomorrow. But the execution down the stretch was really, really good. And we talk about that a lot, but I keep saying the same thing. I'm sorry I'm boring you to tears, but those two won the game. I mean, we have Emily Ryan, who the ball goes to the right place at the right time 90% of the time. There's a couple of them that's why I'm a little more gray than when she got to Iowa State. And then you throw the ball to Ashley Joens. And kid's got no fear of the moment. She wants the ball. That's why she's the player of the year in this league. That's why she's an All-American. We've been blessed to see it for 5 years. And when the biggest moments come, the biggest players show up. And she certainly showed up tonight.
Coach, she's kind of been on your team for a really long time because of the COVID year and everything. What's it like this season watching her go back to those vintage performances where she's putting 30 points up?
I mean, it's been fun because Ash came back for the right reason. She loves Iowa State. She loves college basketball. She loves her teammates. When you saw her break down at senior day, that I think that was a moment that none of us really expected because you don't see it from her. She loves to play here. And when you love to do something and it's special to you, you're going to be willing to invest. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to make that commitment. They don't want to make that investment. And there's a level of trust there in your coaches and your teammates. And like I said, she plays at Iowa State. She loves Iowa State. She's embraced the Iowa State way forever, and it's fun to see her have that moment. She had a lot of them, but tonight was I'm sure will go down on the short list for her.
And then I know Ashley and Emily played great games, but can you talk about Danae Fritz and Morgan Kane showing up in plus-minus and both getting 10 rebounds tonight?
Yeah, both of those guys were really good. Mo continues to do the things that, and I said this to you guys yesterday, I think it is a talent, a skill to show up to work every day. And everyone laughs when I say that. I think it's true. And Mo shows up to work every day. And whatever she's asked to do, she does it. And Danae is becoming the kind of player that our fans are going to love watching because she's ultra competitive. She doesn't back down from anyone, anything. And I think the effort of our team, the biggest, besides obviously the shots and winning, when you play a Big 12 game and you out-rebound someone by 25, especially our team, that has nothing to do with how high you jump or how tall you are. That's how big your damn heart is. And our kids played with a big heart tonight, and luckily we get to be tired and stay up late tonight and prepare for tomorrow.
Tyler DeLuca, the next. Coach, when you have a crowd that's coming through like that, having basically turning this into a home game, even though it's a huge matchup, postseason environment, when you're in a battle like this and you have a crowd that size behind you, how does that kind of fuel your team and keep them going in such a kind of unique environment being in the postseason?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we talk about it at home all the time, and Hilton is such a special place. And when people talk about Hilton South, that's not a catchphrase that someone puts on a T-shirt. It's real. And that's why our fans have loved coming to Kansas City. For them to to do what they did today, and I feel bad for TJ and the guys, but they'll have a great seed in the NCAA tournament and be a really tough out. But for a lot of those people to scramble from the men's game to get to our game, you don't do that unless you care. And the thing that I talk about all the time is the emotional attachment that our fan base has to the student athletes, to what our university stands for, it's unique. I'm not saying no one else has it, but you have a pep rally, and our president's there every day at the pep rally. And she doesn't want to talk; she just wants to thank the fans. So it's a really, really cool thing, and I'm glad that they made the effort, and hopefully we'll see a few of them hang around tomorrow afternoon.
All right, we got one in the second row.
Coach, if I could ask you the same thing I asked the kids about the matchup. I feel like the Iowa State-Oklahoma games, the two games this year, are probably two of the most entertaining games in the conference.
Right.
About that third matchup, since you guys split, just, I guess, some initial thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing will be, the pace of the game. Probably the 30-second clock operator who can take the day off tomorrow, probably. Rest will be a concern. Obviously, we exhausted a lot of energy tonight, but that's fine. They're kids. We're not into load management. We're fine. They'll get an ice bath or whatever. They get to play tomorrow. But they're so skilled offensively. And the thing that I've said about a lot of teams that we face this year, teams that are old and teams that are skilled are really good. And I think our league, I think Oklahoma is a team that deserves to be in the top 16. They've been there all year. Our league is so hard, and every game it's a different matchup. And I'd be really disappointed if West Virginia's not in the NCAA tournament. I mean, I don't know anyone wants to play them. I don't want to see J.J. Quinterly and Madison Smith. Put them in there. I mean, that's the thing that I think that our league has gotten us ready for a lot of stuff. But Oklahoma's so good, so skilled. And you're right, we had two knockdown, drag-out kind of games with them. And we're looking forward to getting another chance tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for your time.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your time. I know it's a long day.
Baylor is on their way. They're going to bring Dariana Littlepage Buggs and Caitlin Bickle. They should be in here shortly.